Yo, what's good YouTube, Mascot? We back out with another video, man. Today's video, I got you guys with this rare two-way walking bucket build in NBA 2K24. Now, I have seen some other people make a video on this build like Uncle Demi, but this is going to be a completely different version. I have not seen this particular version. My version actually does have contact dunks. Every other two-way walking bucket build that I've seen didn't have contact dunks. So today, I got you guys with this version right here, which is really nasty. So we are going to get straight into it. Obviously, this stuff right here is personal preference. And for position, I'm pretty sure point guard, shooting guard, and small forward is fine to make this build. I didn't test power forward or center, so you can choose between these three positions. I went shooting guard personally though, and height. I would say the best height for this build is either like 6'6" or 6'7". I think 6'7" is the tallest because in order to get this build name, your ball handle does have to be at least an 88. And of course, when you go 6'8" and taller, you cannot get the 88 ball handle. So 6'7" is the tallest you can make this build. I made the build 6'7", and the weight, I went 210 pounds. And wingspan, here's another very key thing. In order to get this build name, your mid-range and three-point shot both have to be at least an 88. If it's not an 88, it will not give you the build name. So I am going 6'7", 210, and a 6'8" wingspan. All right, now moving on to the actual build. Here is how you create the ultimate two-way walking bucket build. Now, like how I usually do, I am going to get the physicals out the way first. It's a lot easier having the physicals done so we know every single badge we will get. So speed, I put this to an 81. Like I said, the minimum ball handle is an 88, which will unlock silver speed booster, and you do need an 81 speed for that, and you also do need a 73 acceleration. That is the bare minimum, 81 speed and 73 excel. If you want to go higher on the physicals, you might have to sacrifice a little bit on driving dunk. But yeah, we're to go 81 speed, 73 excel. And then strength, I am putting this to a 65 because you do need a pretty high close shot on this build in order to get the build name, and 65 strength will give you like silver physical handles and gold fearless finisher. And vertical, now like I said, this two-way walking bucket build actually does have contact dunks. It does have both the pro driving contact dunks, the ones off of 2 and off of 1. So in order to get those, you need at least a 78 vertical. That's what I went with, 78 vertical. And stamina, now we're actually going to have like gold 94 feet and gold workhorse. You need a 95 stamina for that, so make sure you guys do go 95 stamina. Alright, now that the physicals are done, let's move on to actually creating this build. So we are going to do finishing first. Now, like I said, you do need a pretty high close shot in order to get this build name. To be exact, your close shot has to be at least a 91 in order to get the build name. I'm not sure if you can go higher, but it has to be at least a 91. If you go 90 and below, it will change the name of the build. So make sure you at least go 91. 91's cool. As you guys see, you do get a lot of good badges. You get Gold Fearless, Giant Slayer, Spot Finder, Pro Touch, Whistle, Fast Twitch Gold, Masher. It has to be at least a 91. Now, driving layup, I'm not sure what the minimum is for this. It doesn't really have to be that high though, so I got it to a 70. 70 is not bad. That will unlock basic layup packages like George Gervin. I'm not sure what the minimum is, but I went 70. I don't think you should go lower than that personally. And driving dunk, here's the main thing about my two-way walking bucket build. I've seen other people make this build. Their build had like no driving dunk at all, 25 driving dunk. My build actually has contact dunks. So you actually don't need the driving dunk in order to get the build name. If you want to stop at 87 for the pro contact dunks off of 2, you could. I took it up a notch though. I went 90 driving dunk. Of course, 89 driving dunk and 78 vertical gives you pro contact dunks off of 1. I went 90 driving dunk, of course, for the gold precision dunker. But this is really cool. Like I said, this build does have pro contact dunks off of 2 and off of 1, and you do have gold precision dunker, which of course is for your dunk meters and stuff like that. As you guys see, improves a player's ability to make skill dunks. Alright, now moving on to shooting with this build. Now, like I did say, in order to get this build name, your mid-range shot and your three-point shot have to be at least an 88, both of them. So if you go 87 and below on either of them, it will not give you the build name. So make sure your mid-range and three-pointer are both at least an 88. I went 89 mid-range. As you guys see, it does give you gold blinders. I figure might as well. Here's all the badges you do get. So you get gold blinders, catch and shoot, Deadeye, Green Machine, Space Creator, Spot Finder, Comeback Kid, Guard Up, Mini Magician, Open Looks, and Whistle. If you want to go higher, I'm pretty sure you could, but just keep in mind they both have to be at least an 88. And free throw, I put this to an 80. This does unlock silver free points badge. Pretty good badge to have for free throws. 80 free throw. You should be lights out at the free throw line. All right, now moving on to playmaking. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did sacrifice on pass accuracy. Stay tuned though, if you want a higher pass accuracy, I will show you guys later on. But I'm not gonna lie, whenever I heard this build name, two-way walking bucket, the first two players I thought of were Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Of course, they really didn't like passing the ball. They were volume shooters. They wanted to take all the shots on their own. So I thought that this build fit them perfectly. They didn't really like passing the ball. I think this is kind of like a Kobe and MJ build. So I went 60 pass accuracy. I know some people are probably saying, oh, that's too low, but stay tuned. I will show you guys how to get a higher pass accuracy. If you don't care about passing the ball and you want to be like Kobe and MJ, just taking all the shots with every contact, dunking the game with good defense, 60 pass accuracy is not terrible. Yeah, your passes will be definitely a little bit slower, but they're actually not terrible. And ball handle, now like I said, in order to get this build name, your ball handle does have to be at least an 88. If you go 87 and below, it will change the name of the build. You could go higher, but it has to be at least an 88, which is perfect. That actually does unlock Kobe Bryant's signature size up, which is nice. And speed ball, I put this to a 75. As you guys see, you do get a lot of good badges with that. You get silver blow by, speed booster, hyperdrive, triple strike, and 88 ball handle. Like I said, does give you a lot of good dribble moves and Kobe Bryant signature size up. Here's all the badges you do get: blow by, handles for days, killer combos, speed booster, unpluckable, ankle breaker, physical handles, and triple strike, which is pretty nice. Like I said, stay tuned. I will give you guys a higher pass accuracy if you don't like that. All right, now moving on to defense. Now, in order to get this build name, two-way walking bucket, your perimeter defense does have to be at least a 90. So if you go 89 and below, it will not give you the build name. It won't be called a walking bucket either. It gives you a completely different build name. So in order to get this build name, your perimeter defense does have to be at least a 90, which is not bad. As you guys see, you get silver clamps, gold 94 feet, ankle braces, challenger, fast feet, pick dodger, workhorse, off-ball pest on Hall of Fame, which is pretty nice. Now, unfortunately though, other than that, besides perimeter defense, we don't have enough attributes to upgrade steal, block, rebounding, or interior defense. It's just, in order to get this build name, there are certain requirements, like the mid-range, like the shooting has to be really high, close shot has to be really high, ball handle has to be at least an 88. I'd say the only thing you could probably sacrifice is the contact dunks. If you don't care about the driving dunk, like I said, you can go all the way down to a 25 driving dunk, and I'm pretty sure you could get really good defense if you wanted it. I didn't think it was worth it. I think this build is actually really good if you know what you're doing with it and you have good teammates. Obviously, this build, you're just going to be guarding the perimeter. Pretty much the way you would play defense on this build is if you were like a small guard. You guard the perimeter, and as soon as your man drives, you have like a back end center, lockdown defender, drop down for you, and then you run out to the three-point line and stuff like that. I mean, even if you are left on an island in the paint, keep in mind you're still 6'7", you're pretty tall, you definitely could get stops with this build. But yeah, this is the two-way walking bucket build right here. As you guys see, pretty solid build, really good shooting. You do have pro contact dunks off of 2 and off of 1. Now, like I said, if you guys do want to have a higher pass accuracy, I thought this was a perfect Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan build. Obviously, they didn't really like passing the ball. They were scorers. If you want higher pass accuracy, you are going to have to sacrifice your driving dunk a little bit. So you still will keep pro contact dunks off of 2, but you will lose the pro contact dunks off of 1. And of course, drop your vertical down to a 75 because that is what the pro contact dunks off of 2 require. And now you can actually get a higher pass accuracy, lower the free throw down. So you can get a 70 pass accuracy. Nothing crazy, but I'm telling you, 60 to 70 is definitely a big jump. 70 pass accuracy, you're not going to be throwing crazy passes, but that's definitely more than enough to throw a pretty good pass in my opinion. So if you're fine sacrificing your driving dunk a little bit, get your 70 pass accuracy, go ahead and do that. But if you just want to be a walking bucket, not really worrying about passing, I would go 90 driving dunk. Of course, for gold precision dunker and those pro contact dunks off at 1, and go 78 vertical and 80 free throw and call it a day. I'm gonna recommend this version right here. And as you guys can see, here is the shades of Del Curry, DeJounte Murray, and Jalen Green. Like I said, this build is called a two-way walking bucket. Extremely rare build name. This is the very first version I have ever seen that does have contact dunks. Every other two-way walking bucket build that I've seen was 6'6" with 25 driving dunk, no driving dunk. So I gave you guys the first two-way walking bucket build with contact dunks. If you guys enjoyed this build, make sure you guys do drop a like and subscribe. If you guys have any other builds you guys would like me to make, please let me know down in the comment section below. I really would appreciate it. Make sure you guys do drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'm out.